Okay, if you work in cybersecurity, you're probably asking yourself the same big question. How in the world do you get ahead of this AI wave without having to become a full-blown data scientist? Well, today we're going to break down ISC2's new Building AI Strategy Certificate and see if it's the answer you've been searching for.
You know, this quote right here just nails it. AI isn't some future buzzword anymore. It's here, and it is fundamentally changing the game. It's making the threats smarter, for sure, but it's also giving us incredibly powerful new tools for defense. The real trick is figuring out how to navigate this new world, and that's exactly what we're going to dig into.
And that's precisely where this new certificate from ISC2 comes into play. They've built this thing as a direct response to this huge industry shift, really aiming to bridge that growing AI knowledge gap that so many of us in the security world are feeling.
So what is it really? Well, think of it as a self-paced, totally online program that is focused squarely on strategy. This isn't about teaching you how to code AI models. Nope. It's about learning how to lead, plan, and roll out AI in a secure way. And maybe the best part? You don't need to be an AI whiz to get started.
So, who should be looking at this? Honestly, the audience is probably a lot broader than you'd think. It's not just for senior security leaders or analysts, it's also for folks in risk management, compliance, IT, governance. Basically, if your job is even starting to touch AI, this program is designed to get you up to speed.
Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The whole program is online, so you can do it on your own time. It should take about 16 hours to complete, and for that, you'll earn 16 CPE credits. But here's a really important heads up. Once you buy a course, you have a 60-day deadline to finish it. So you'll definitely want to plan ahead for that.
Okay, so we know the format. Now, let's get to the good stuff, the heart of the program, the curriculum itself. We're going to walk through all 6 courses, which are designed to take you from the absolute basics of AI all the way up to high-level leadership strategy. You can see the learning path is laid out really logically. You start with the fundamentals, then you dive into how AI is both a tool and a threat, a real friend or foe situation. I love how it then pivots to the human side of things, like managing overconfidence and planning for security from the get-go. And it wraps up with the big picture stuff, regulations and the future of our jobs.
All right, after those 16 hours of study, what's the actual payoff? Let's talk about what this really means for your career. In other words, what's in it for you?
The benefits really break down into 2 buckets. First, you've got the practical stuff, 16 CPEs to help meet your annual requirements, and a nice digital badge for your LinkedIn profile. But the real career payoff here is strategic. This is about setting yourself apart. It gives you the knowledge to lead your organization's AI adoption, not just react to it. And here's what that looks like in the real world. You'll walk away with some seriously actionable skills. You'll be able to design an AI security roadmap, tie AI into your risk frameworks, and most importantly, you'll have the confidence to lead your team through this massive technological shift. All right, let's talk about the practical stuff, because to make a good decision, you need the whole picture. So let's take a totally transparent look at the cost and some of the important fine print you should know about. The full price for the entire 6-course bundle is $640. That gets you access to everything you need to earn that final certificate. But, and this is a big one, if you are already an ISC2 member, listen up. You get a 20% discount on that price. That's a pretty significant savings, so definitely factor that in if you're a member. And the funding options don't even stop there. ISC2 has scholarships you can look into, and you should absolutely ask your boss about employer sponsorship. A lot of companies will pay for training in high-demand skills like this. Oh, and also take note of that separate Securing AI workshop. It's more hands-on and could be a great complement to this strategic cert.
Now, let's be real for a second. It's super important to understand what this certificate is not. It's strategic, not deeply technical. You're not going to be writing any code. And at around 16 hours, it's a solid overview, not a master's level deep dive. And since it is brand new, the community feedback and reviews are still rolling in. Okay, so we've gone through the curriculum, the career benefits, the costs, and the caveats. Let's pull it all together to help you answer that final, most important question. Is this certificate right for you? To help you decide, let's just bust 2 of the biggest myths right off the bat. First, you do not need to be an AI expert to enroll. And second, this is not a coding course. The truth is, it's a strategic, policy-level program, and all you really need is a basic familiarity with security concepts to do great. So, here's the bottom line. AI is reshaping our entire field, and the demand for people who can strategically guide their organizations through this shift is just exploding. This certificate is a tool designed to help you become one of those people. So the final question really isn't just about getting a certificate, it's about whether you're ready to lead the change.